Hey, what's going on, everybody? Thank you all for joining me at this time. My name is Shabi Zane, and I'm coming on to bring a message for the chosen. If you find this resonates with you in any way, please be sure to like, subscribe, leave a comment below. Let us know how it resonates with your circumstance. If you want to get a personal reading with me over the phone, you can get a 30-minute or 1 hour session where you could ask as many questions that you like. Feel free to email me to reserve your session, as well as if you want to order any of my ancestors' money, I have Madam C.J. Walker, Dr. Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, and Dr. Francis Cress Welsing. You can order these through my email as well as my decks, miniature altars, t-shirts, hair body, well, not the hair body oils just yet, but you can order my t-shirts as well as my book. There's a few things that I have available, so definitely feel free to reach out to order yours. Let's jump right in, y'all. So I'm starting off with the Declare and Decree deck. This deck is full of messages or channeled messages that gives you clarity on what type of blockages you may have spiritually, whether it's on an individual level or your lineage, or just spiritual blockages. So this is going to show you what needs to be cleared, and you will write this down on paper and burn it to clear it from your energy, okay? All right, so let's jump in, y'all. Whatever comes out, you're going to write it down on paper and burn it. All blockages, internal and external, that prevents me from experiencing a healthy love life are now destroyed in spirit and in flesh. All blockages, internal and external, that prevents me from experiencing a healthy love life are now destroyed in spirit and in flesh. So you can screenshot that and burn it. Blockages that prevent you from having a healthy love life. So that's interesting to start off with. These could be internal blockages, whether it's unforgiveness. Yesterday's message, it highlighted unforgiveness of yourself or others. So today, it's highlighting any blockages, whether they're created internally or by external factors. You're being called to clear that out in order to better align you with people that are good for the soul, okay? Romantically, specifically, is what that's talking about. But let's jump right in and see where the message takes us today. As many of you all know, I do have a love channel, okay? It's called Shabi Zane, the Spiritual Counselor. And you can go over there to that channel to receive love readings from me, okay? I just saw my cardinal. So let's see. This says fairy tale, believe in the impossible, romantic endings, unicorns and rainbows, happily ever after. So something feels very surreal, very supernatural. Universal archetypes. So it feels like you're crossing the bridge here. Something is opening up for you. You're bridging the gap with something in your life. It could deal with very deep emotions, but it feels surreal. What is this? So you have inventor. So you could be emotionally tied to something that you've been working on. And the way that it's getting ready to unfold and play out in your life is like, it's unexpected. It's like a miracle, you know? So this is talking about innovation, imagination, creativity, groundbreaking developments, inspired ideas, setting trends. So you're doing something, and this is coming from you directly. It's like, it's your energetic signature that's on this invention or this creative idea. No one else can take credit for this. It's groundbreaking. And it opens up a totally different way of viewing things. Let's get some more clarity about that. So it says symphony, harmony, synergy, co-create, assembly, organized structure, collaborate, team, arrangement, organization, display, cohesion. So it's like you'll be working together with others, or you're working in sync with the universe, or working in sync with your spiritual team. For some of you, you could be teaming up with other people who are on the same frequency, right? They understand the vision. Even though it's your vision, others are coming in to bring in their energetic signature and it flows, it works. But if it's not other people here in the 3D, then it's definitely you working with a higher source, your spiritual team, your guides, your ancestors, to bring something into fruition. The number 3 is here twice, so if you begin to see 333, it's definitely putting strong emphasis on your creativity. So then you have emerald, fertility, humility, rare, heart chakra, healing. So what you're bringing to the world, it could be something that's very healing, okay? It doesn't even have to be something that's necessarily tangible. It could be your words, it could be your presentation, it could be inspirational messages. Whatever this is, it's very healing. I want to get some charms too. This is fairly new for me. This is my second time using these, so just tapping in. I'm not really even sure. Okay, this is a rocket ship. Things are getting ready to take off, okay? Things are getting ready to take off. It's like a countdown here. 136 is the number, so we're looking at the number 10, breaks down to the 1. Yeah, there's getting ready to be a new beginning. Something is getting ready to take off very, very fast even. People are not going, you're going to surprise a lot of people is what I'm picking up here. It's taking you to higher heights. You're exploring realms that others have not explored before. And so this is amazing. So we have Scorpio energy here. It's very transformative, okay? Very transformative. Some of you could be Scorpios out there, but even if you're not a Scorpio, it could strongly signify transformation. So 1, 2, 4. So we're looking at the number 7. Okay, so it's very spiritually transformative. Whatever you're bringing to the world is very spiritual in a lot of cases, or is going to transform you spiritually. If it's not a spiritual idea or invention, then it's going to be very transformative for you spiritually, because you're going to see how it unfolds in such a miraculous way. And it's going to help you to see that this thing is far deeper, it's far more than what meets the eye. And when I say this thing, I'm talking about this experience called life, you know, this as we are spirits having a human experience, it's going to reveal something to you. But let me see. So you have the number 33, okay, and this is a bird here. So okay, this person if they're holding the bird in their hand, it's something where whatever this is, it comes to you, whereas other people are not able to obtain this thing as easily. It's something about your energy, something about your essence that attracts things that most people repel because of their energy. Anytime a bird comes and sits in a person's hand, then obviously it's a strong indicator that that person's energy is very pure. And it's very interesting because I just saw a clip. I think it might have been on Facebook when I was scrolling. I saw a little girl. She was so cute, and she was singing London Bridge is Falling Down. I think it was London Bridge. Whatever song she was singing, it was one of those nursery rhymes. And she was literally had the hummingbird right there in her lap, you know, feeding from the sweet water that she had. And then she had 2 other birds that was eating, sitting on her lap, just eating, you know, little seeds that she placed on her lap. It's like that. Her energy was very mystical, very surreal, but her presence was so innocent. It was so pure. It's something like that. It's like your energy attracts things that most people would repel because they are not connected. They're not intuitive. They're not on the right frequency, but you are. So it's something that you will bring forward to the world that's very groundbreaking. It's going to inspire a lot of people. It could very well be very healing as well, but it is in harmony with your destiny. It's like you're flowing, and as a result of that, you may even attract others who are meant to be a part of this assembly. So it's very powerful. Let me see. So I have the shades here. Shades, the number 27 breaks down to the 9. I just heard your energy, your light is going to be so bright. It is becoming so bright that it's blinding people. It's making people want to run from it in a sense, at least those who are not ready for you. But it's also attracting those who are, okay? But of course, there's a polarity to everything. So I don't know what the hell all of this stuff is. It's probably from when I was fixing pancakes this morning. Don't mind me, y'all. But I was about to say the Four of Wands. That's interesting. Four of Wands is security and stability. Like, this could actually open up doors. You know, it could also be marriage. Four of Wands can be like new relationships and commitments, but it can also be getting a new home, something about investing in real estate. But consider something is shifting here. Cage bird. So you may find that there will be people who try and avoid your light, right? Because they're trapped. They're stuck. But they're getting ready to watch you, literally, even though they're going to act like they ain't looking. Because, you know, sometimes shades gives people like this incognito. You can't really tell where their eyes are focused. So they might put the shades on and act like they ain't looking, but they're watching you very, very closely. And if they try to possess you, or if they try to control you at some point, you gained your freedom. This doorway has opened for you because you've embraced your uniqueness. You've embraced that you're different. You've accepted that there's certain groups or certain people that you're just not meant to be around. And you're okay with that. And so I feel like there are others who are caged birds. And they feel stuck in the same cycle, like very narrow-minded, but you are so open. Like, you recognize that there's infinite possibilities out here. So let me see. I want to get something for this caged bird. Let's see what comes through here. Man. So it's a cat, but that cat looks terrified. Like, anytime a cat is standing up like that on its hind, you know, its back is arched, and this thing look crusty, dusty, and musty, I tell you. But this person, they could be going through a lot of changes. They could be very afraid, but the cat can also represent like intuition. This person might be scared of some of the downloads that you're bringing to the world. Like, you could be saying things that's actually coming to pass, like prophetic insight. And you could be speaking it like, they could have heard you say that you're working on something and you know it's going to be big, and it literally blew up. Or they're watching you speak things about other situations that's actually coming to pass. Somebody is terrified. Okay? So even with the caged bird being clarified by the cat, somebody is being attacked as well. Because remember, what was that cartoon from the Looney Tunes? I think it was it Tweety Bird? And it was always the cat was always trying to get to the bird. It's like that type of energy. But the crazy part is that the cat is scared. Somebody might be afraid of what they sent towards you too. They might have done something spiritually. Let me clarify this. I'm really picking up. They could have sent some sort of negative energy your way in hopes that you would not be able to progress. Because they felt stuck, or they wanted you to feel stuck, but they're watching miracles unfold in your life. So they're trying to act like they don't see it. But there's some great transformation that's happening for you, and things are getting ready to take off in ways that they didn't even see coming. Things are just harmonizing and balancing out so beautifully because your frequency is right. Your heart chakra is open. Your heart chakra is open. That's really the key to all of this right here. So let me see. I want to clarify this cat, number 5 here. So somebody is going through a lot of changes and they're scared. They're afraid. What is this cat? So this says body image spells. Somebody could have been doing spells against your body image. Then I have angels protecting you. That's why they're afraid. They know you are highly protected. That's what's really going on. They tried to send spell work your way in hopes that you wouldn't feel good about yourself. You wouldn't feel confident enough to embark on particular things, or even to come out of your cage, because in some cases that could be what it is. They was hoping that you would always stay hidden or stay caged in, afraid that, you know, if you showed yourself from a different angle, that maybe people would judge you or whatever the case may be. But you've stepped out, right? You're not afraid to show who you are from every angle. And now these beings recognize that there's spell work to try and keep you insecure, or to create some sort of illusions for you concerning your physical appearance, or, you know, your image. It was ineffective. And so now they're scared of what they've done, because they're stuck. They can't get out of this. And you have a lot of angels protecting you. Obsession spells. Bottom of the deck says fall from grace. This person was obsessively doing spells on you. Like, they might have hoped that you would become obsessed with doing particular things that could actually derail you. But this person was very, very obsessed with working against you. So they have taken a fall from grace. That's why they're afraid, because they know that fall is about to be very long and very hard. Okay, it's going to be a hard hit. Okay, some of y'all are tripping out there. Some of y'all are tripping. Okay, I don't know what the hell. I be hearing all types of stuff when I do my reading sometimes, and I'm not about to go there with y'all. I'm not about to do it. It's going to be a hard hit. Okay, so you have here the drama queen. This person is nothing but drama, and I feel like that's why they're losing it. This person is nothing but a drama queen. What does this say? Some people need a high level of attention to validate their sense of worth. Make sure that you are not that person staging needless plays. So this person they've been trying to validate their worth by bringing you down, okay? This person needs a lot of attention. They need a lot of validation from people. And I feel like it's all coming back to them. Whatever drama they tried to cause in your life, because the number 5 is here yet again. Whatever drama they tried to cause in your life, or chaos or changes, is now their portion. But you are a natural healer, so you know how to heal yourself. This says you and possibly someone you care about need to be healed from the effects of past traumas before things can be resolved to your liking. But you are a natural healer, so you know how to shift and alchemize and transmute energy in order to align yourself. I want to go back and I want to look at this fairy tale card. What is this gateway that's opening up for you? The messenger. So it's some sort of news or information that takes you down this new pathway here. It says, make sure that what is being said is what is being heard. The same words and messages can often mean different things to different people. So just be mindful of what people are telling you to ensure that they're not placing illusions on your path. That's why it's so important to have your own discernment. Follow your heart. Okay? Follow your heart. Because some people may try to deter you, okay? They may try to tell you particular things to take you down a different pathway that's not in alignment with your destiny. I want to get one more for the fairy tale. So it could be literally that somebody is trying to tell fairy tales, or is trying to sell you a dream in a sense. But they may not mean what they say, or they could be saying what they mean, but you may be processing it and interpreting it from a different angle because you're hopeful for something else. Regardless of which way it's coming from, just be very discerning about what people are trying to feed you, okay, through their words. Get one more for the fairy tale. The ruler, okay. So it says, sometimes you must create and defend boundaries to protect yourself from the invasive or other inappropriate behavior of others. So you're being called to set some healthy boundaries because Somebody is assuming that you are just all about fairy tales and illusions. Like they can just feed you that energy and you'll just eat it right up and just kind of fall, through through this naive, I don't know, unlearned pattern. Like they're hoping that that will consume you. Like if they say enough sweet things or finesse you, that it's going to be that very thing that kind of pulls you in. Who the hell is this? But you're being called to protect your energy here. Be very discerning. Let me get some clarity about this because the message is going into a slightly different direction. I want to see what type of fairy tales is this person trying to feed you here. And I strongly sense it's because they see that you are highly creative, right? You have great things that are coming into your life. You're very, very much so an alchemist, okay? Somebody is watching you. They're trying to act like they don't see you, but they see you. You have transformed your life, and things are actually picking up far faster for you, but they're going downhill for this person. So I feel like they see the value in being in your presence because there's something about you that has mastered something in your life. And I feel like it's dealing with your energy. With this bird card, this person holding the bird, it's the number 33. So that is master. That's a master number. So they're hoping that your head is so much in the clouds that you won't be able to see what's behind these glasses here, okay? They could be hiding their eyes from you because the eyes, of course, are the windows to the soul. This person is afraid. They're kind of afraid of you. And that's what I'm picking up here with this cat. They're hoping that you don't pick up on the deception because they know that you see. So with the shades, they have to hide their eyes because they know if you get a glimpse into their eyes or if you see something past the illusion, you're going to call judgment. Okay, this person is afraid of you, but at the same time, they're obsessed with you. This is a very interesting energy. Let me clarify. What illusions are they trying to feed you right now? What is this fairy tale energy where you're called to protect yourself from it? So I have obligation. You're a nuisance. I feel obligated to associate with you. So somebody could be associating with you and trying to act like they like you, but they really don't. That's the illusion. They're putting on this front as if they want to get to know you, but they only feel obligated. So I need to see why they feel obligated to associate with you. It could very well be like I was saying before, because you're making groundbreaking changes in the world. Like you're doing things, you're setting trends, you're innovative, you're very, very smart and intellectual. So there's something about you that could be highly beneficial for them. So they feel obligated to connect with you, even though they don't really like you like that. But I feel like, you're so focused on other things. I don't think you give a two damns about this person being in your energy. Like, it's like if you knew that this person really didn't fool with you like that, they wouldn't even hear from you. Because this inventor is giving hermit energy, is giving that energy of you're behind the scenes burning the midnight oil, focused on creating things that are going to enhance not just your life, but other people's lives. And so the other card that came out for illusions, it says bad news. So it says, unfortunately, I have some bad news to share. So of course I can elaborate on that too. I don't know. This person needs to go have like 2 or 3 seats. Seriously. Because let me just see, why do they feel obligated to associate with you, even though they're saying that you're a nuisance? I think what really bothers them about you is how high vibrational you are. I think you know how some people, they can be aggravated by a person just because they're too happy, just because they seem to have too much peace. They don't seem to be easily bothered. They don't have a lot of care about who said what and who did what. They just mind their damn business. but this person feels the need to associate with you, even though they don't like you like that. So let me see, what is this obligation all about? Fish hook, powerless, feeling helpless, paralyzed, vulnerable, trapped, con game, resourcefulness, abundance. Okay, this person feels stuck. They're hoping that you can untrap them. They feel like a caught fish that's getting ready to be eaten alive. Okay, they feel stuck, but they feel obligated to connect with you because they're stuck. And that makes a lot of sense, because we have the bird cage. They're a caged bird, okay? A hooked fish. They can't get out of their situation. So they are watching you open doors that they could never even imagine existed. And they need to stay close in your energy, because something is going to be put to rest. And I think they know it with the Scorpio energy here. That's the death energy. They know something is going to be put to rest, but they also know it's something very innocent, very pure about you. And that's why what came to mind was the little girl, of course, who had the birds all around her, sitting in her lap and things. This is a little melanated girl. And I feel like they look at you as, they know how powerful you are, but they also hope that because you have that childlike innocence about you, that would be the very thing that clips you up, that causes you to buy into their fairy tales. But your spiritual team is saying, guard your energy, protect your energy, pay attention to what's not being said. Don't put too much emphasis on what's coming out of their mouth. Pay attention to the energy that you sense that's not coming out of their mouth. They are speaking through their body language, through their energy, through their spirit. And so there's something that they know that you can naturally see, and they're terrified of you seeing it, because they have taken a real fall from grace because of how protected you are. And they did a whole lot of shit behind the scenes to try to block you. And so they feel obligated to stay around you because they're afraid of what it would look like once you leave the building. They know the tower is coming. That's really what it is. Once you completely end this cycle with them and move forward with your life, go ahead and get... So yes, this person is in a very compromising position right now. And yeah, with the bad news, they might feed you some illusions, because they want to try to pull on your heartstrings. Okay, they know that you are a healer. They know that you are very loving, and so they might say, oh, I have some bad news to share. Let's see, what is this bad news? Okay, because that's even a part of the damn illusion. Please, this person is so full of it. This could be a Scorpio, or they can have Scorpio strongly in their chart. What is this so-called bad news that they have to share? You're being called to protect your energy regardless of what they're coming at you with. They're just trying to use you in hopes that you can get them out of this very compromising position that they got themselves in. They're stuck, literally stuck. So bad news is clarified by geese on a quest, relocation. Okay, leaves no one behind. Okay, please. Okay, they might try to tell you they have to relocate. They got to go across the state, or it's something about moving. Why would this be bad news for you? Why do they think this will be bad news for you? You probably like, okay, the further away you are, the better, the more peaceful life is. Okay, why do they feel like this would be bad news for you? So I have cabin. It says lonely, confined, detached, remote, secluded, disengaged. Please, I think this person is going to try to pull the wool over your eyes and say, you know, I got to relocate. I got to go somewhere and stay there. And they think that you may be like, no, you know, because you're afraid of being alone. Because you may end up feeling secluded or separated or left out in the cold. How would you really feel about this? I guess we need to go ahead, especially for the cockroaches that sneak through in the back. that are cross watchers, that's really the people that's in this energy right here, how would you really feel about this news of them relocating? Whether it's, I don't know where the hell they saying they're going, but I don't know why this person thinks that you really care. Let me see. That came out fast. Flamingos, soulmates, lovers. Damn. It feels like you will be able to now connect with someone else who's a soulmate. Other people who are true friends, true business partners, true lovers. I mean, it gives you the room and the space to do just that. There's no division. You attract like-minded people. I don't think, and what's interesting is that they're telling you this thinking that it's going to impact you in a way where you're going to be all up in arms, feeling lonely. Oh, now, you're secluded, you're isolated. But the reality is you're going to actually attract your soulmate into your life. This person is tripping. They're actually fooling themselves. That's what they're doing. But I feel like they're creating this illusion, this false narrative. Look at you. Oh my goodness. You will be celebrating, okay? Bust out the champagne, okay? Blow up some balloons because it's about to be a party up in here. It says fun, freedom, high vibes, rising up, ascension, success, joyful, cheerful, stress-free, letting it all go. You don't give to, you flying high. You flying so high, these balloons about to take you up. Like, it's getting, and that's why the rocket ship came out through the charms. It's like things are getting ready to take off for you because this person now has to deal with their karma. They're going to have to stay, whatever is going on, where they feel trapped, where they feel stuck. They're going to have to figure their own way out of this situation. But see, that's why that person's hand came out with the bird. Okay, this bird is sitting on this person's hand. You probably can't see it. But you are able to get this little birdie out of its cage. You possess the magic to change their situation, to unchain them, to set them free, and to assist them in their compromising situation. But they're going to try to spin a narrative and say, oh, I just got to let you know that I'm going to have to leave, and they're hoping that you will be so sad, so disappointed, and that you're going to be in this space where it's like, I'm just alone. There's no one. I'm secluded. When in fact, you're going to be celebrating. Not just celebrating in your own energy, but also celebrating with other like-minded soulmates. So their plan failed before they could even get started. I don't understand. But let's just see. I want to clarify fall from grace, because they did a lot of things in the background here. And they're just going to have to deal with the consequences. That's it, and that's all. Fall from grace. With the card, worry beads. So this says worry, fear, anxiety, okay, upset, bored, fretful. This person is going through it all, okay? And they're trying to do whatever they can to calm their nerves because they know they took a fall from grace. And you extended them grace. So you actually are the definition of grace. They took a fall from any type of connection that they would have with you. They did. They took a fall. That's their bad. Look at that. Spilled milk is at the bottom of the deck. That's their fall from grace. It says regret. Okay? Mistakes, leave it in the past. It's over. Cannot be changed. Disappointed. There's nothing they can do about this. They just have to accept that they spilled it. They got to focus on cleaning it up because you are not going to clean it up for them. You will not. Bedroom. Bedroom. So this says sexual fulfillment, intimacy, sensual pleasure, sleep, contentment, leisure. Okay, alone time, oasis, dream time, astral travel, call it a day. You will sleep well at night. You will sleep well at night. And if you are aligning with a soulmate, you will definitely sleep well at night because they're going to make sure that you do. So this person has it all twisted. They got it all twisted. They live in an illusion here. They thought that you would buy the fairy tale because you live in an illusion, but in fact, they are the ones that's buying into their own fairy tale. They're creating illusions for themselves. This, like I said, this person is obsessed with you, but you're going to be very, very happy. Things are going to take off for you once this person, oof. Let's see. The detective. See, I told you they're obsessed. That's all they do is watch you. Okay? That's all they do is watch you. So this says, look past the veil of illusion that someone is trying to pull over your eyes. That someone could be you, so examine your assumptions. So you just want to make sure that you don't put on the rose-colored glasses and fall for this person's BS. Because at the end of the day, that's all it is. But at the end of the day, this says they are trying to pull the veil of illusion over your eyes. And that's why the shades are here. They really don't, they want you to have a distorted perception. They don't want you to see things too clearly. And they definitely don't want you to see what's behind the shades that they're trying to hide. Okay, this person really is very shady. Okay, this is a very shady individual here. So yeah, the detective is also showing me that you're being called to look at the details. Really pay attention. Okay, look past what they are bringing you and look at the details. I'm seeing a magnifying glass. Don't I have a magnifying glass? I have one around here somewhere. Look at the things that they try to hide. The smallest of details have the biggest impact when it comes to you decoding and deciphering this person's intentions. So this says the peacemaker. It says it's time to make peace. You will get much farther on your path through kind acts and words that you will by what? It's time to make peace. You will get much farther on your path through kind acts and words than you will by forcing things or vengeance. So you can still function from a space of peace. You might even, one of the best ways, because you're playing chess here, this fool is still playing tic-tac-toe. They still playing hangman. Not saying there's anything wrong with them games, but they about to hang themselves. The hangman is the card of sacrifice. Okay? It's the card of sacrifice, but consider it's also dealing with words. This person is trying to spell their way into your life. They're trying to finesse their way into your life, and they want you to guess what their true intentions are. Okay? They want to play a game with you through their words. So don't do any wordplay with this person, but this is also saying be the peacemaker. You don't have to call them out. You ain't got to snap on them. Don't let them throw you off course. That's why staying grounded is going to be very, very important. You may need to take you a salt bath before this person comes towards you, but just consider that. Let me see, what's going to be their response? Because they're afraid. Consider that. Behind all of this foolery that they're trying to pull to get back into your energy or to get you to cling to them in some way, they are afraid of what this next phase of their journey really looks like. So how is this person going to respond when you very gently reject them and set healthy boundaries with them? How are they going to feel about that? How are they going to respond to that? Because, you know, people will do a lot of things when they're afraid. You see what I'm saying? Fearful people respond impulsively. So this is why I feel like you're being called to just protect your energy and stay calm, stay at ease, because it's like they're looking for a reason, because their fear. Let me see. How will this person respond to you setting healthy boundaries and protecting your energy in a very graceful way? Happening now. This situation or event in question is occurring right now. Oh my gosh. It's almost like this person assumes that because you're at ease, that maybe they're getting in the door. Like they have really created this fairy tale in their mind that because your response is not heightened or you don't seem angry with them, that they are making their way towards you. This person is delusional. It's like, what are we doing here? So it says mirror, self-aware, seeing clearly, facing issues, reflection, narcissistic. Okay, so I mean that narcissistic side can come out, all right? The ego will come forward. They're still going to feel like they have what it takes to get close to you. I mean, for real. But they may also respond in a way, because there's a train behind this person. let me give y'all a scenario. If this person is, let's just say you had a relationship with this person. Of course, it's not going to be the same for everybody, but let's just use that as an example. This person could come towards you and they're going to act like they have bad news to share because you're not buying for the illusion. And that bad news, they're hoping will have you all up in arms, because their so-called bad news means, oh, I'm moving. I'm going to be gone. I'm not coming back. Okay. So your response, which is showing up in the energy, is that you're going to feel more free. You're going to feel stress-free. You're going to feel very light in your energy. There's a celebratory energy there. You will be connecting with new soulmates, right? But when you respond in a peaceful way and you just lightly, kindly reject them while being very firm, they're going to try to come back with, oh, well, it's happening right now. Like, I'm actually moving forward right now. Like, I was waiting to see what you was going to say because I have a relationship or somebody that's waiting for me when I go back, or when I do leave, right, with this train card here. And so they're going to get back into that narcissistic, egotistical thing where they're hoping that you will then assess or reflect on what you've chosen. Like, they're really trying to trigger something within you that no longer exists. Okay, they're trying to trigger abandonment. They're trying to trigger loneliness. They're trying to trigger insecurities. These are things that no longer exist within you because you've done the work. But the real is here again, y'all. The reality of all of this, behind all of that ego and narcissism that they're going to try to display, is the fact that they are terrified because they are stuck, literally stuck. They're really going to feel powerless, vulnerable, okay? It's almost like a sense of desperation. Anything that they can do, look at that thunderstorm. I'm telling you, they know the storm is coming, okay? The storm is coming, and it's terrifying for them. The lightning is striking, so it's putting me in the mind of the tower. So, a warning, out of control, triumph over evil. You've overcome something here, all right? But it's going to create the tower for them. Internally, they're going to be breaking down because they're very afraid. They don't know how to get out of the situation. They feel like it's going to take them under, like, mental force, spiritual insight, power, and strength. See, I feel like you will try to encourage them, but you did enough. They see your value, though. That's the thing. They see the value in you now. Whereas in the past, they did not want to see it. They didn't even want you to see your own value. That's really what it boils down to. But now that you see your own value, you're not accepting less than what you deserve. Like, you know that you've done the work and that you deserve someone or people or team that's in synergy with you, right? That's in sync with you. Yeah, it says crew. You deserve that. You deserve people who work together as a unit, okay? This says in sync. Wow, I literally just said that. Camaraderie, forming alliances, team effort, co-creating. This is what you deserve. Like, what the hell? This person want to come in and work against you, take you backwards, go in opposition. Everything that you say, they're in opposite to. They're opposing it. But yet and still, they see your value. But they won't tell you that because their ego won't allow them to tell you that, because they don't want you to know that you are everything that you believe you are and that you know you are. Like, this person is crazy. So either way, it says repairmen. See, they're hoping they can fix this. All right. They feel like they can make things right and restore things, but you repaired yourself. You fixed yourself. You upgraded yourself. And now they have to watch you, like, really rise high. So let me see. This is already 44 minutes. Two of Wands. It came out in the reverse. So this says your decisions decide your future, nothing else. So that's the thing. This person, they couldn't plan for this. They have no plan. They know they made a lot of really foolish decisions. They was very impulsive. They didn't think things out. And now their future is a direct reflection of that. They have no plan. They don't know where this thing is taking them now that they can no longer use you as their crutch to get them out of this stuck position that they're in. And so it is what it is. So let me see. I'm going to take one message from my book to close out, y'all. I don't feel like going upstairs. Give me 1 second, y'all. Okay, so I'm going to read. Let me see. I'll let's just see what number we should gravitate towards. So this is number 6. So I'll read message 6. So this card says unchanged. So it says, at this time, the situation is stable and unlikely to change. You're not changing your mind. Their situation is not going to change either. Their karma is what it is. You're not going to come in and help them to offset that. So message 6. This is my book of channel messages. It's called Guided Light, okay? So if you want to order this book from me, feel free to reach out. It's a book full of channeled messages. It's not meant to be read from front to back. It's meant for you to open the book and read whatever you feel guided to read. Or there's 56 channeled messages, random messages in the back, where if there's a particular number that you feel directed towards, you can always look for that number and it'll give you more clarity about whatever it is you need clarity for. So message 6. So this says, you may currently feel compelled to distance yourself from a person or situation that has been restrictive, controlling, or toxic. This is your opportunity to pursue your happiness and regain control of your life. It's a transformative period. God darn it, damn it, okay? It is a transformative period that signals the end of certain chapters and the beginning of new ones. Be courageous and take the initiative to move forward, to move towards your vision, okay? Have we not been talking about these innovative ideas? Be courageous and take the initiative to move towards your vision while remaining steadfast against any opposition, and that will be this person. After all, you've sacrificed and waited. Clarity is now emerging regarding your path forward and your purpose, okay? Justice is on your side. Hello. Balancing the scales and ensuring that you have everything you need to embark on this new chapter. So while this person is hoping that their little threats of, leaving and not coming back is going to cause you to go into survival mode and rush to try to cling to them to keep them from moving away, you will be celebrating because everything that you need, you will have. You will lack nothing. As a matter of fact, you will be able to welcome in those things that you have been hoping for, that you have been praying for, and manifesting those beautiful connections. You will not lose a wink of sleep. You are removing this toxic energy from your life, and you will feel compelled to distance yourself. That's those healthy boundaries that you will be placing between yourself and this person. And so you know that they was restrictive, they was controlling. You was not able to be your authentic self. This person wants to come back in and cage you in again, but it's not going to happen. You've already gotten a taste of freedom and you will never go back to being enslaved, whether it's mentally, emotionally, spiritually, financially, sexually, whatever the case may be. They will not bind you to them again. Like I said, this person was hoping that if they did obsession spells, body image spells, that you would never feel good about yourself, to come out of the shadows and to step into the light or to embrace new connections. And that you will constantly be obsessed with trying to cling to them. Those days are done. You are moving on. Soulmates are coming in. That's my message for you all. Like, subscribe, leave a comment below. Let me know what you all think, and I'll talk to y'all next time.